We are doing the thing. We're playing softball here in Rosemont, Illinois, just outside Chicago, Parkway Bank Sports Complex. This is the second game of 2 on a Tuesday night, and the final game of Series 3 of the AUSL All-Star Cup after today. A couple of days off, and then the final series of this 2025 All-Star Cup. We've got Team Ricketts, we've got Team Kowalik. The leaderboard, it is an organic thing. It changes all the time, but it hadn't changed to the top for 2 weeks now. Kayla Kowalik, 1,200 points. She has got a 252-point lead on Rachel Garcia, her closest competitor. Big thing we're watching all game long, the top four. Top four will be captains for the final series that will begin on Friday. Right now it's Kowalik, Garcia, Nets, and Kaylani Ricketts. With Amanda Scarborough and Savannah Collins, I'm Eric Collins. Yesterday, a huge story was Kayla Kowalik.
Yeah, it was, and it has been the entire All-Star Cup season because she's been doing things like this. Found one off of her shin. Really looked like she was in a lot of pain, but got back into the box and ended up hitting a home run off of the right field foul pole, and then had a hit later on too. I mean, offensively, she has just absolutely been on fire, hitting close to 600. 13 hits that leads all players in the AUSL All-Star Cup. There are 60 total, and 59 of them are trying to catch her on the leaderboard. She has been at the top because of what she's been able to do offensively and how she's led this team get a lot of inning wins and a lot of game wins.
Okay, so it'll be Team Kowalik and Team Ricketts. The captain for Team Ricketts is Kaylani, and the veteran left-hander will not start herself today, but she is in charge of the lineup. She has Paige Sinicki leading things off, had been down in the lineup earlier this week. Sydney Romero, we highlight her because she's on a tear. She's got a 6-game hitting streak cooking. Hannah Flippins, the shortstop, Bailey Klingers at first. Charlize Palacios behind the plate. Nichols Camarena in right. Jordan Roberts, the DP, with Sierra Sacco in the 8-hole. And Kendra Falby is the center fielder. And just like that, we are underway. Georgina Kowalik, her first pitch called, strike one, called by home plate umpire Aaron Golden.
Georgina Kowalik, the AUSL regular season pitcher of the year, getting the start for Team Kowalik tonight. A little high of an ERA for her so far.
Great footwork by the shortstop, Erin Koffel. She took about 4 little choppy steps to set herself up to make a good, strong throw across the diamond.
Footwork is the name of the game out on defense. Kowalik can be working a changeup, curve, and screwball mostly. Will go up in the zone with her rise ball, but changeup she is going to use a lot, using on both sides of the plate, and then go east and west pretty much evenly with her curveball and her screwball at about 27% of the time.
Kowalik from Port Charlotte, Florida. She plays internationally for the Great Britain national team.
I think she's going to want to come out and have a good outing based on that above 4 ERA. The one that she had in the regular season, the ERA was just over 2. That's how exceptional she was, and able to go deep into games through complete games, and super reliable to have a quality start. So I'm sure she's wanting to come out and have a quality start, go deep into this one.
Another chance for Koffel. Again, take some choppy steps. Knows she has time to get it across the diamond. 2 down. Well, Amanda Scarborough, how about this? Something's just meant to be. There are always different themes during games here with AUSL. Tonight's theme is sustainability night. All right, interesting. Georgina Kowalik, the starting pitcher, she has a master's degree from University of South Florida in global sustainability. You can't make this stuff up. Is that incredible? On sustainability night, someone with a master's degree in global sustainability is your starting pitcher.
She's meant to get the ball tonight. Love that. Last night was Athletes Causes night too, and she's super passionate about the ability to be able to have that with the Athletes Unlimited.
Hannah Flippin fouls it away. 0-2 on Hannah. Regular season champion with the Talons. She meant everything. She was the heart and soul of the Talons this summer. She's been a winner on 2 fronts this summer. AUSL regular season, and just came back from Asia, was part of the World Games. Team USA's contingent, winning the gold.
I think the biggest game in that World Game was beating Japan in the semifinal. Didn't even play them in the championship game. They played Chinese Taipei and ended up winning pretty handedly there. But with how the games and bracket laid out, they ended up playing Japan in the semifinal, which was a very intense game, 10-inning game, and Team USA came away with that win and on to the championship in the same day.
Three straight foul balls off the bat of Flippin.
And seeing, too, you know, Patty Gasso being the head coach of that Team USA, where she played everybody defensively. I saw Hannah Flippin play a little bit of first base. She played in different positions besides shortstop, showing off her versatility. If you're a good defender, I feel like you can be a good defender just about everywhere. We even saw Skylar Wallace, who was not playing in the All-Star Cup, but played in the AUSL regular season with the Bandits. She was playing out in right field. So just putting people in different positions, trying to find the Team USA best team for the 2028 Olympics.
Little nubber, squirts foul. I wonder if Hannah Flippin had some attitude with Coach Gasso and said, I'm not playing first base. What are you crazy?
Yeah.
What have you ever done?
I'm sure. I'm sure she was like that with Coach Gasso. And I'm sure Coach Gasso, you know her, she just takes it, Coach Gasso. Yeah, right. She'd be like laying down the law, all about it, whipping them into shape. Blue collar mindset Hannah Flippin told us about that Team USA is going to have.
That's the 9th pitch of the at-bat, and the first one that wasn't a strike.
It's crazy.
8 straight strikes. The vast majority of them fouled off by Flippin. It's now 1-2. Oh, what an at-bat. Hannah Flippin, how do you do? Looking like another former 19. That was a Tony Gwynn special.
What an at-bat. Hit this changeup right back up the middle of the field. Looked like it had just some curve off of it, off of her bat. Just was going at Kowalik and then kind of curved around her to center field. Great AB.
Flippin has always looked right, wearing orange and black. She spent 5 years of her life playing on this field, wearing the orange and black when she was a member of the Chicago Bandits back in her NPF days.
Really just feels like a different lifetime ago that we had the NPF and the Bandits. It seems like it was like 20 years ago now, and that really wasn't that long ago.
Pop up, shallow center field. Cruising out is the second baseman, Aubrey Leach, to make the play. And the side is retired. So Kowalik throws a 0 on the board. When we come back, Team Kowalik heading to the bat rack. 2-out single by Hannah Flippin, but Team Ricketts cannot score in their half of the first inning. Now Team Kowalik heading to the bat rack. The captain, Kayla Kowalik, hasn't made any mistakes all summer long. This is how she fills out her lineup card. Amanda Lorenz leads things off. Kayla will hit for herself in the 2-hole. She has been MVP in 5 of 6 games she has played in this year's All-Star Cup. Her college teammate, Erin Koffel. Aubrey Leach is the cleanup hitter. You got that right, cleanup hitter, Aubrey Leach. Delaney Wiz, the first baseman. Corby Otis. Alicia Ocasio is the DP. Jesse Warren's at third. And Victoria Hayward, good to have her back and healthy. She is in center field, hitting 9th. That 9 will bat against Emma Lemley.
Lemley as a rookie, she has really great stuff. 1.75 ERA so far in the All-Star Cup, but Amanda Lorenz just looking to hit early in the count. Going to take that pitch right back up the middle of the field, and Emma Lemley is going to use her rise ball the most. That's a pitch that she feels very comfortable throwing at different levels all throughout the zone, almost 50% of the time, and her curveball is pretty electric. It's a lot of swings and misses, especially to right-handed hitters. Won't change speeds much, but she will a little bit.
Here is Kayla Kowalik. It was her first at bat of the game yesterday that people are still buzzing about. Pounded a ball off her left shin. She's now wearing a shin guard. Didn't have that on yesterday. Lifted in the air. Left field, medium deep. Playable for Sacco. 1 down. Kowalik was down on the ground for about 2 minutes. Finally got up, dusted herself off, took a pitch, and then bam, lightning struck. She homered down the right field line that just took the air out of this building. incredible individual performance that was really setting the tone for the rest of the night after that. Here's Erin Koffel.
Well, her teams have really been hitting the ball well under her guidance, and the only thing that really slowed them down was last night having to face Rachel Garcia.
High pop-up, shallow right. Coming on and making the play is Bubba.
But you can tell Kowalik, a coach, who's super prepared. She played for Rachel Lawson, who watched tons and tons and tons of film to prepare against going up against different pitchers. And I think that it's shown in the way that their swings and offensive approach have looked in this series so far in Series 3. So the first 9 innings, they had 20 hits and scored 20 runs. In the last 4 innings, they faced Garcia.
Aubrey Leach pops it up. That's really quick. So Emma Lemley gives up a leadoff single to Amanda Lorenz and then retires Kowalik, Koffel, and Leach in order. Important Series 4 to wrap up this year's AUSL All-Star Cup. Both Team Ricketts and Team Kowalik had a single in the first inning but cannot score. Charlize Palacios bats against Georgina Kowalik. Oh, 0-2. Three hits for Palacios, including a homer. Two and two.
A little bit off the plate there with that curveball, and Char gets herself right back into the AB in a 2-2 count after taking a couple of pitches.
Hit hard down the left field line. Lorenz has to look up and play it off the wall. Palacios slams on the brakes. That'll be the longest single of her season. Hit it so hard she only gets 10 points out of it.
That was 80 miles an hour off of the bat. Line drive that just hits off of the wall and gets quick to Amanda Lorenz. Because it was more of a line drive right off the bat, it just had no time for Char to get to second base.
And tip of the cap to Lorenz. Understood where the bounce was going to be off the wall and played it beautifully. Bubba Nichols Camarena. 0-2 to Bubba. Deep in the batter's box. Does she check? Yep. 2-2.
Second AB in a row, gets ahead 0-2. Batter works it to a 2-2 count after taking a couple of pitches.
Stroked into the gap in right center. That'll get all the way to the wall. There goes Palacios to third. She's being waved around. And she scores. RBI double. Bubba Nichols Camarena, and Team Ricketts leads 1-0.
Exact same thing happened. Both at bats. Getting ahead 0-2, but can't put them away in the next 2 pitches. And then two strike hits for Team Ricketts as Bubba Nichols just sits on that changeup and finds that right center field gap. And Char said, okay, well, I did get myself to second on my hit, so I'm going to score now and make up for that 60 feet with that ball in the gap.
Yeah, with the way that Cora can strike batters out, if you got a chance to score, you go. Don't wait for another hit to bring yourself in. Here's Jordan Roberts.
So all 3 hits that Georgina has given up have been with 2 strikes, going back to the Hannah Flippin one, and then Palacios and Nichols Camarena.
Just the second plate appearance for Jordan Roberts. Roberts has been around for a long time, super steady, calling a game behind the plate. She's not doing that right now. She's the DP, just hitting. She's been a valuable member to a bunch of teams over the years.
Highly motivated with her coffee shop that she also owns when she's not playing softball, and runs and takes a lot of pride in being an entrepreneur and coffee, passionate.
Some of the longest home runs I've ever seen have come off the bat of Jordan Roberts.
And her coffee shop is called Daily Cup of Joe. And her Instagram handle.
Jordan Roberts, makes sense. Joe. Is it Joe with an E or just J-O?
It's J-O.
Yeah, all right. I get it.
It's cute, right?
Yeah, it works.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh, my goodness. What a pitch by Kowalik. Just froze Roberts. That's the first out of our second inning.
Another batter that saw a lot of pitches, gets her on a changeup where she gets the call. Roberts thought that that was a ball, but Gina gets the call.
Here's Sierra Sacco. Rookie had a very good regular season. This is our leading off first couple of games of the series. She's now in the 8-hole. 3 for 15, All-Star Cup play.
A bit of a tighter strike zone too. You know, we saw that pitch called for a strike in the last game, and that 1-1 pitch is such a deciding pitch in a count. Because you go from either a 1-2 count or a 2-1 count. Very different, either a pitcher's count or a hitter's count. So that 1-1 pitch is so important for a pitcher, almost like a first pitch strike in a different part of the count, to be able to establish that pitch and get ahead.
Count remains 2-2.
41 pitches already that Georgina has thrown, and only 1 out in the top of the second inning. Just had to labor a lot. Great at bats put together.
Yeah, almost a quarter of those pitches came to Hannah Flippin back in the first inning. It doesn't seem like Kowalik has thrown that many because she does work so quickly. Kowalik, born in Basingstoke, England, came over to the States as an infant, calls Florida home. She strikes out Sacco, 2 down. Let's check in with Savannah Collins.
Well, I think the question on everybody's mind coming into today is, how is Kayla Kowalik after, quite frankly, getting beat up last night? She told me after the game she spent a ton of time icing where she fouled that ball off of her leg. Aside from that, everything was elevated. I asked her, out of 10, where were you at this morning? She said, honestly, a 6. Not bad considering the scenario yesterday. She said she's someone who recovers quickly. Even though that lineup came in a little late, we were wondering, would she give herself the start today? She's back there again tonight.
She's tough. She proved it to me last night. Thank you, Savannah. If you missed it, folks, this is it yesterday.
Yeah, she was not wearing a shin guard and hit it off of her shin, just dead on against Sarah Willis. Stayed in the at-bat and ended up taking basically the same pitch over the right field wall for a solo home run. That was in the first inning.
I'm curious, as the seasons go on, do we ever see her not wear a shin guard to the plate again? After the amount of pain she was in yesterday, will she ever go back? Saw her come to the plate earlier today in the first inning, and she was wearing a shin guard. I can't imagine a world in which she doesn't wear it again.
Well, she said that she had never done that, though.
One time's enough. Kendra Falby, little number. Safe at first, infield single, +10 for Falby. Nichols Camarena checks into third. Now this is a situation just screams stolen base. Got runners on to first and at third, 2 outs. Paige Sinicki is going to be the hitter. I think that's probably why you have a meeting right there in the middle of the diamond right now to figure out how they want to defend this possibility.
Yeah, for sure, especially with the speed of Kendra Falby at first base, just anticipating her going. How are you going to run this, not wanting to give up a run?
We They've had a grand total of 3 stolen bases so far in the AUSL All-Star Cup. 3. None of them this series. Not going anywhere. First pitch called strike 1 to Sinicki.
You know, Kayla Kowalik, though, wants to throw through if Falby does go and try to get her out. She's so competitive.
Team Ricketts has already scored 1 run here in the 2nd inning. One and 2. There goes the runner. Safe at second. Falby gets a 10-point. That's how you do it. So Falby now joins Nichols Camarena in scoring position.
You should want to throw all the way through on this and not have it cut. Oh, pretty close. And look at how she found a way to stay on the bag. Not that the tag was on her, it didn't really matter, but it just shows her athleticism at first with her hand and then her foot and then her other hand. Goodness, flexibility out there at second base. And on this turf, you just keep sliding. Or going, I should say, but that was actually a lot closer than I thought it was. Let's see the replay.
So basically, Falby hits a double. She hit the ball 2 feet in front of home plate. She beats out a single and steals second. +10, +10. 20 points. 3-2 pitch to Sinicki. Misses inside. That's a big miss. That's going to load the bases. +10 for Sinicki on the walk.
55 pitches now for George.
Here's Sydney Romero riding a 6-game hitting streak. Called strike 1. Inning began with a single by Palacios. Nichols Camarena drove her in from first with a double. After back-to-back strikeouts, Falby an infield single, Sinicki walks, and the bases are loaded. 2 outs, 1 and 2 to Romero. Softly hit, third baseman Warren. What an arm she has. She can throw from every single arm slot imaginable. And the side is retired. But Team Ricketts, they draw first blood. They lead 1-0. We have 20 points on the line. Team Ricketts able to score a run in the top of the 2nd inning. If Team Kowalik cannot score, it'll be an inning win for Team Ricketts. They would have won the 1st and the 2nd. So 20 points on the line. We've got a remarkably fresh Emma Lemley in the circle. She only needed 6 pitches to get out of the 1st inning. And that was including a leadoff single. Lorenz singled off of Lemley, and then Kowalik, Koffel, and Leach all made outs, combined seeing only 5 pitches.
Swinging early in the count. She's going to need to recognize that after the 1st inning and adjust here. See if they have the same game plan, but they're going to be that aggressive. She's going to need to expand the zone a little bit more early in the count like she did with that 1st pitch there.
Delaney Wiz. She's had a nice All-Star Cup. Couple of homers, 4 runs batted in. Wiz began the day 9th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. She's got a full 7 innings to try and make a move before we head to our final series, Series 4, which will begin on Friday. Hard down the third base line. Maybe extra bases. It will be. Wiz on her way to 2nd, and she's in there standing with a double. 20 points for Delaney Wiz.
That's what I'm talking about with Team Kowalik, just always looking so prepared with her at the top. This is it should have been an outside pitch, but it's right out over the heart of the plate. She's able to turn on it to get it past Sinicki. That ball was hit well, about 70 miles an hour off the bat to sneak it past Page at third base. And past Sacco in left field.
Rookie from Florida, Corby Otis is the batter. Otis, another one of these Team Kowalik players who were in the top 10 at the beginning of the day. It's 3-0.
Surprised to see the strikeouts so far up for Otis. 6 strikeouts for her. In fact, a lot of the rookies have a lot of strikeouts. Sacco with 5, Falby with 5. That's by far the most out of these starters.
Wow, she swung a 3-0. Didn't get cheated. 3-1.
76 miles an hour off the bat.
Pitch walk, and now the first 2 batters of the second inning are aboard for Team Kowalik. Otis at first, in front of her, Delaney Wiz, and Alicia Ocasio will bat. It's been a nice bounce back year for Alicia as a hitter. She's got 7 hits and 13 at bats, showing bunt, called strike. Can't get it down. Down in the count, 0-2.
First pitch was a tough one to try to put down, too. It just was right at the knees, a little bit off the plate. A pitcher's pitch that she did not think was a strike, pulled back.
Flippin calls for it. It's the first out of the inning. Lemley still got some work to do. Jesse Warren strides to the plate. Lemley dealing with another batter who is 7 for 13. Ocasio and Warren, the exact same numbers this year. Both coming into this game, batting .538. And this is the bottom part of Team Kowalik's lineup. 7 and 8 hitters, both hitting over 500.
With a slugging percentage of over 1,000 for Jesse Warren.
We're gonna have another draft tomorrow for our final series. And I can't imagine Jesse's gonna be in high demand. She's playing with a lot of confidence. The numbers have just been sensational. She was good during the regular season, but almost doubling her production here in the All-Star Cup.
So you mentioned that the draft will be tomorrow. So this is the final game in Series 3. The draft will be tomorrow, and then the final series will be played over the weekend. Sunday, a champion will be crowned. That's what we're doing all this for. There is 4 players that will earn medals and finish in the top 4.
Hard down the line, base hit. Caught up beautifully by Sacco, but a run will score. That ties the game at 1, and that denies Team Ricketts a chance to win the inning. So Jesse stays hot.
Good answer back by Team Kowalik as Jesse Warren has quick hands to this inside pitch. That was even a little bit off the plate, but she was still able to get her barrel to that, keep it fair, and driving an RBI to tie up this game. But I think you're right in terms of the draft. Jesse Warren is going to be highly sought after with how hot she is offensively right now. Of course, what she gives you at third base. The draft will happen tomorrow, and we'll figure out who the 4 captains are after the game tonight. That's what we're playing for.
Hey, Victoria Hayward! How do you do? Welcome back, Vic. She's going to score at least 1, maybe 2. Here comes Warren! She scores! Victoria Hayward, all smiles. Her first action of Series 3, and she brings in a pair with a double.
So awesome to see. Again, early in the count, looking for something up, drives it to the wall over the head of Nichols Camarena, who's playing so shallow, but I think it would have gone over her head anyway. You see Warren sneaking in there for an extra run as they're able to win these inning points. Hayward getting herself to third base, and Victoria Hayward was on deck and just got hit so hard with the foul ball and had to come out of the game. She missed yesterday's game, was questionable of whether she'd be able to return, and what a moment for her because of the fact that she also is retiring after this season. So I feel like today is a day that we're seeing the players who are retiring really step up offensively all game long, or all day long.
We've got a pitching change. The captain, Kowalik Ricketts, going to check into the game. More about her when we come back. Third consecutive day, we will see Kowalik Ricketts pitch for the team that she is the captain of. It is already a 3-1 lead. Team Kowalik over Team Ricketts. It's been a 3-run second for Team Kowalik. So Ricketts replacing Lemley in the circle.
Kowalik Ricketts currently finding herself in 4th place, so trying to remain in that top 4 to be a captain in back-to-back series.
Amanda Lorenz, high, deep, left center, gone! A homer! Amanda Lorenz, how do you do? This team is a juggernaut.
They're just so prepared offensively, and it starts with Kowalik. It starts with their captain. Aggressive early in the count because they know what they're looking for. They're going to get down in the zone now from Ricketts after seeing up in the zone from Lemley. They're supposed to complement each other well because of that, but not when you have prepared hitters like what Team Kowalik has had this series.
It must be so much fun to be as good as Amanda Lorenz is.
Trying to get it out of the reach of Kendra Falby, who can rob some home runs, feel good off of her bat, feeling good for her team to get 5 runs on the board now in the 2nd inning, just like they did last night.
This team has gelled so quickly, it's almost criminal that they're going to be broken up when we have our final Series 3 starting on Friday.
Well, we're going to add 2 teams to the AUSL regular season. Should Team Kowalik just be one of the teams that we add in the expansion? We're going to go from 4 teams to 6 next summer, and maybe this team should just keep it together and keep the good times rolling.
0-2 to Kowalik.
I really think it stemmed from Kayla Kowalik's leadership at the plate and how instrumental that she has been. She has set the tone for every person on the teams that she's had.
Single through the right side for Kowalik, who's still not running particularly well, but she gets a +10. Hey, let's check in with Savannah.
Amanda, we've talked about how this team looks so prepared. You guys are on time, you're aggressive. What does that look like in the lead up to your at-bats of how this group is able to encourage each other in that way so you have home run results?
Yeah, it feels really familiar with this group, like we've been together for a long time. Everyone has a lot of confidence in each other, and it's a lot of fun to compete with them. I've been having a blast.
I think Kayla Kowalik said that it feels almost like a travel ball team. How does that feeling garner such great offensive results? Why is that?
Yeah, playing like little kids, having fun, laughing. And Kayla's been a really incredible leader. She's a really great captain, so it's really fun playing for her and wanting to win for her.
It's fun to be in y'all's dugout. Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks. And how about that hit for Vic Hayward on her retirement week? Let's freaking go!
I knew that was coming.
So Amanda Lorenz hits a home run, and she wants to talk about Victoria Hayward. That means something. That means you got a good team for a series, and it also means that you got a great player that everyone reveres in Victoria Hayward.
Sweet hug in the dugout, too.
Koffel pops it up right side. And out of reach of both Nichols Camarena and Klingler.
Well, Erin Koffel has a lot on the line, too, right now. She right now is in 5th place, trying to work her way back into the top 4 to potentially be a captain in Series 4. It would break her and her bestie, Kayla Kowalik, up. They've been on the same team. Kayla Kowalik's first pick. Erin Koffel wanted to stay together.
Oh, my goodness. That happens a lot with Koffel. She got drilled. That's 8 points the hard way.
But Erin Koffel is almost 400 points behind Kayla Kowalik. So if Erin Koffel wants a chance to win this, you almost feel like they need to split up, and she needs to beat Kayla Kowalik in Series 4 to have a chance to potentially win.
Yep. There you see Koffel currently tied with Keilani Ricketts for 4th place on the leaderboard. Wow. That just shows you how much is on the line. The top 4 finishers after tonight's game will be the captains for Series 4. They will draft their teams tomorrow morning.
The second inning in this Series 3, they've all been pretty tainted. They've been long innings, second innings. Have had a lot of home runs hit in it, a lot of runs scored.
Still just 1 out. Team Kowalik has batted around. This is the 9th batter of the inning, Aubrey Leach. You got Kowalik on at second, who is not running well at all. Romero tried to make a tag with the runner going by. I think she missed Koffel, so she gets the out at first. There are now 2 outs. She just barely missed Koffel.
Good job by Koffel to avoid the tag to keep this inning going with where they're at in the middle of their order, trying to get more runs on the board, especially with the game last night in the back of their memory, thinking we can't rely on just 5 runs. They scored 7 runs against Team Coffee last night in the first 2 innings, and then didn't score any more after that, and Team Coffee almost came back. So for Team Kowalik, they're remembering that, wanting to score every run that they possibly can here.
Delaney Wiz began this inning with a double. That was off of Emma Lemley. Now batting against Keilani Ricketts. Well, a generation ago, there was another UCLA Bruin that was very similar, in my opinion, to Delaney Wiz. People talk about all these other players and just very quietly putting up numbers. That's what Wiz does. It reminds me a lot of Andrea Duran.
You're going to say her.
Andrea Duran was an Olympian, just a fantastic player, but it always seemed like people would talk about Stacey Newman, Natasha Watley, Caitlin Lowe, Crystal Busta, whoever. But at the end of the day, you look up a number, it's just crazy numbers. To center field, actually squirts over to left now, and the catch is made by Sierra Sacco, and the side is retired.
That's a huge inning for Team Kowalik. A 5-run inning at that. That was tagged by Amanda Lorenz, a 2-run home run. 3 runs scored before that, though, at the bottom of the order. Amanda Lorenz, the leadoff hitter, a 2-run shot. They have a 4-run lead. The win, another 1-run win, as you mentioned. That's good enough for MVP 2 for Lexi Kilfoyle because of that relief performance. The captain, Devin Netz, got MVP 1, had a couple of doubles. Taylor Edwards got in on the MVP mix with MVP 3. And then Sydney McKinney playing the hot corner for Team Nets. Had a lot of balls hit her way. Had a good glove at third base.
First 2 innings won by Team Kowalik. Hannah Flippin's the batter. Second consecutive at bat that Flippin has started 0-2 against Kowalik. Flip actually saw 9 pitches her first time up before she actually saw a ball thrown by Kowalik. This time she goes down on 3 pitches.
Pitch was nasty. Virginia Kowalik trying not to throw as many pitches to Hannah Flippin and that AB, so gets her striking out on a rise ball.
Cork with 3 strikeouts. Bailey Klingler the batter.
You know, we're talking about Kayla Kowalik at the top, everybody playing to be the All-Star Cup champion. But it's a big deal, as we continue to mention, finish in the top 10. Of course, 6 of those players just get a pat on the back, but if you finish in the top 4, and you also have financial incentives too, not just a pat on the back, I mean, it's just a big deal. But if you finish the top 4, you get a medal.
We had an in-game conversation with Danielle Gibson-Horton, who's retiring at the end of this All-Star Cup, and said, hey, you know, career highlights for you. And a big one that she mentioned was medaling a couple of years ago.
Lorenz won last year's championship season, and Lexi Kilfoyle finished 2nd, Ocasio finished 3rd, Kowalik finished 4th, all of them medaling. Of course, Kowalik pitching in this game, and like we'll likely see maybe Ocasio pitch. She was warming up in the bullpen maybe later in this game. And Lorenz hit that home run, playing left field right now.
Kowal's been on a bit of a roll. Finished 4th last year, and early this summer was the pitcher of the year during the regular season of the AUSL. What a base hit by Bailey Klingler, plus 10 for Klingler. And now Charlize Palacios will bat for a 2nd time. Palacios doubled off, or check that, singled off the wall and left an inning ago. Softly to 3rd, that's a foul ball. Fouled right side.
So hard to tie your
with the batting gloves on.
Tie your shoes with batting gloves on. Yes, that is a skill in itself.
What I want to know is, did her shoes come untied? Is she just choosing to retie them just because she wants to?
And did she double knot? And then she did a fancy thing where she put the bunny ears of the tie, like tucked it into the laces that are crossed over.
Learned that from her big sister, Sachelle. I don't know. Ball gets away for the catcher, Kowalik, and moving into scoring position goes Klingler. Look at that.
Yeah, that is intricate right there.
It still doesn't look like her shoes that secure. Foul balls left side and right side for Palacios.
Georgina had that quick out to flip in, and now a couple of tough batters following that up.
Team Ricketts already has 5 hits coming from batters who had 2 strikes on them. So I guess you could say that Palacios has Cork right where she wants her.
Well, and that's all 5 of their hits have been with 2 strikes.
What is that thing that she's got in between her thumb and her finger? It's not like, a lot of times you see it like actually go over your thumb, but it's almost like wedged in there. It's on her right hand. I think she's just holding something. It's actually not around a finger.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I saw it. You frequently see that. It's kind of a thumb thing that kind of just like a ring that goes over your thumb. But this is not going over her thumb. It's just kind of wedged in between her. There it is.
Yeah.
She's just holding it there. I've never seen anyone do that before.
By the way, her other shoe needed to be tended to within this at bat. So that's how long it's been. We're noticing random things she's holding. We're noticing how Charlize Palacios ties her shoes.
What's her favorite daytime TV show? We can talk about whatever we want here. She does have a lot of equipment that needs to be adjusted.
Yeah. catchers, you know? They're prima donnas. Just kidding.
Oh, my goodness. Kowalik strikes her out. That is strikeout number 4 for Georgina. 2 down.
I need all catchers to know that I'm totally joking as a pitcher, because usually we're the prima donnas. But what's not a joke is this pitch that this rise ball that she threw flippin' and then threw Palacios, working that rise ball more up and in on the hands in this inning. These right-handed hitters, that's an adjustment that she's made this inning to locate that pitch exactly in that same spot to these right-handed hitters. I'm loving that rise ball. It's kind of moving in too.
Bubba Nichols-Camarena doubled in a run an inning ago. Down to the count 0-2. If you're Bubba, what are you thinking is going to be the wipeout pitch from Kowalik? 0-2. What's Kowalik's best pitch?
Go to that rise ball again. And she did, but it just didn't have as much as that inside cut into their swing. That was the difference maker for Flippin and Palacios striking out on that pitch, is that it not only moved up, but it cut in like almost up to their right shoulder. Maybe change up here.
Bubba's won a national championship at UCLA 2019. She's won a Olympic silver medal a couple of years ago representing Team USA. She was the 2016 National High School Player of the Year. We've only known her as a position player as a pro, folks, but she threw 11 no-hitters as a high school pitcher. She was so good that Jenny Finch came to her game, surprised her, and announced her as the National High School Player of the Year when she was a high schooler in Merced, California. And now she's playing a professional game in a building that is located at 27 Jenny Finch Way.
I need to see Bubba pitch. I have not seen her pitch. I need to see her pitch. See her play everywhere else.
Yeah, she was a captain a couple years ago. I said, Bubba, let's see it. Can you still do it? She kind of laughed it up. I bet she can. She's a super athlete.
Yeah.
Extra points for anyone who knows her given first name. Madeline.
Madison popped into my mind. I'm like, no, that's not right. Madeline, yep. Long innings for Georgina. I just can't get over it. 19 pitches in the first inning, 40 pitches in the second, and now 25 pitches in the third.
Well, we told you that she is a sustainability. She got a master's degree in global sustainability. This pitching strategy is not sustainable. If you've thrown 85 pitches and can't make it out of the third inning, you're not going to be in the game very long.
Done a lot this summer or this year, really, too. She's somebody that I think goes and plays in Australia, played in Japan, played in the AUSL. So it's just been a lot of innings for her. She likes to throw that many, she told me in Chucky a couple of weekends ago.
Good golly.
But it's also just a lot of highly competitive innings. When you think about the Japan Professional League, when you think about what the AUSL is, with the elite athletes, so there's just a lot of pressure on each inning.
Good job by Bubba. That's an 11-pitch at bat, and she gets 10 points with the walk. And Kayla Kowalik slowly goes to the circle, probably just to give Georgina a blow. How long does it take to kind of regroup when you have such a long battle as a pitcher and then eventually allow a walk or a hit?
Yeah, not too bad, but I think more than anything, it's just that she needs that encouragement that you got this. I still believe in you. I mean, that's more mentally than anything. You just need to know that the person that you're throwing to believes in you to be able to get this next out. So physically, not as much as the mental piece to it.
Jordan Roberts struck out looking against Kowalik an inning ago.
You mentioned how Georgina plays for Great Britain national team. She'll be competing in the European Championships coming up soon too. So that's around the corner for her. More intensive pitches coming her way. She'll lead that team. She's doing it all this year, really. In all different continents. How cool that is, too, that softball can bring you the ability to travel and to meet new people and see different countries and travel to all different continents and get to play that sport.
Well, it's now 3-2. Roberts hasn't swung the bat yet. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Both runners would be off with the pitch. There they go, and it's a called 3rd strike. So a ton of drama for Georgina Kowalik, but eventually she puts a 0 up on the board.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts in this inning, but it just took her a while to do so. Didn't give up a run. Gets the final strikeout of the inning with a screwball. Jadlyn Alton,
yep.
The horse race.
What you didn't see is she pushed down 6 kids to get in front of the line to be able to do that. No, you didn't, Tori. All right, we've got 10 points on the line. Team Ricketts was not able to score in their half of the 3rd inning. Kaylani Ricketts remains in the game. She'll face Corby Otis, Alicia Ocasio, and Jessie Warren here in the 3rd. The theme of our game has been foul balls. Every pitcher we've seen, Emma Lemley, Kaylani Ricketts, Georgina Kowalik, they've all had to labor trying to get batters to just put the ball in play. What a play. Leaning to her left, catch is made by Bailey Klingler, 1 down.
Talk about how she can play so many different defensive positions. I think takes a lot of pride in that, playing first base tonight, but you could put her just about anywhere. Great reacts, more toward off the end of the bat, kind of a diving line drive toward the back that Bailey Klingler handles.
Right back to Klingler. Could this be the rare 1-2-3 inning? Ocasio is retired.
That's that 2nd inning, man. It is just so tainted in Series 3. I'm wondering if it's going to be like that in Series 4. It is a very busy inning. 6 runs in that 2nd inning.
Here's Jessie Warren. She's been a tough out all season long. And the out is not recorded there. I don't know if that's going to be a single or an error.
Is that an error? I don't know if my opinion matters in this case, but that's what I would give it.
Official score agrees. E4.
Had to go a long way for this, but she's right there to make this play.
Here's Victoria Hayward. Vic surprised everyone by turning on a pitch from Emma Lemley, driving it over Bubba Nichols' head in right field, driving in a pair with a double.
I was happy to see her back in the lineup and being healthy after getting hit with that foul ball. She was standing on deck and hit her in front of her, just crushed a foul ball right at her and ended up hitting her right on her forearm, right? Her upper arm area, and I was hoping that she was going to be okay. So especially with her retiring and not wanting to go out like that, I mean, that would be such a bummer.
She's got that wrap on her right forearm. I think that could have been where she got popped.
Series 3 has also been a very painful series for a lot of people.
Vic is on that short list of greatest players ever born in Canada. She's represented Team Canada on a number of occasions. She was a medalist in the Olympics a couple of years ago, and she will be missed. Only as a player. She's going to stay in the game as the head coach. She did a fantastic job this past year in Nevada. To the 4th we go.
Horizontal movement forward, propelling her forward, Tori. What was the strategy there going into it?
Well, you know, we actually had the horses in the dome for us to practice beforehand, just to make sure we were comfortable.
Really?
We had to be comfortable. We had to make sure we felt comfortable enough to do it. we had the idea yesterday, so we were like, hey, would you guys be open to letting me and Jadelyn do it? And they were like, wait, are you serious? And we were like, absolutely, I would never joke about this. This is a very serious matter. And they were like, yeah, sure. So we signed a waiver and we got up on stage, I guess, on the field and got to perform for all the fans here tonight. And also our teammates that thought we were joking when we told them that we were competing in the horse race.
Love it. You signed a waiver even.
Yeah. Hey, we take things very seriously around here.
Hey, I see you're still wearing your Talons gear, and well, you should. You should be puffing your chest out. That was such a fun season you guys had, regular season champs of the AUSL. What's your lasting memory of what you guys accomplished this summer?
Honestly, the culture of our team was so incredible. I think you really saw that shine through. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about, you know, Flip. It wasn't about Shar. It was about us as a collective, and I feel like you always hear that, like, oh, we're doing it for one another, but it was truly such a selfless environment, and we were focused on the little things of how do we get better with each game, each play, and acknowledging that sometimes we're going to mess up. And when we acknowledge those and kind of let it pass and just focus on the next pitch and what we can individually bring to the team, I think the greater collective becomes elevated. And I think that's what we saw, and that's what sticks with me, is it truly wasn't about who did it. It was just as long as someone did it, and that's what we were really celebrating there at the end.
Well, and how excited does it make you for next season, just seeing how June, July, and August have just been so awesome? Of course, it's a cherry on the cake there. Is that the same?
Cherry on the Sunday, yeah.
Icing on the cake that you guys won the regular season. But, I mean, even if you had, doesn't it just make you that much more excited for next summer?
Oh, it makes me so excited just to think about all of the things that I can do in my off season to prepare me even better now that I have a season under my belt. And I know what it feels like to go out there and compete with one name on my chest the entire summer and building those relationships. So I think it gives you almost, you're right, some excitement, but also some nerves too. Who knows where we're going to be next year with the addition of 2 new teams. So there's going to be a little bit of mixing around with all the players. So it could be another opportunity just to build more connections. And no team is going to look the same as it did this year. Hopefully you'll have a little bit more familiar faces on each squad, but I think it's going to be even more interesting when we're adding more teams, adding more talent to this league. Really, we have yet to reach the peak of what AUSL can really be.
Well, not a lot of moss grows around you. You're always kind of moving around doing something. Give us a sense, since we're not going to watch you play softball after this next coming weekend for a while, what's next on the agenda for Tori Vidalis?
Well, what's next on the agenda is definitely rest, recovery. Oh, I almost thought I had a foul ball. Almost, not quite far enough. But yeah, a lot of rest and recovery and figuring out what my off season, what I want it to look like. I'm really set on trying to get as lean as possible and see what my body can do as I get older. I think it's pretty exciting that I feel good in my body, and my body is doing great things for me at an age that you really don't see a lot of softball players make it to. So to be able to even think about playing as a 30-year-old is really exciting for me, and knowing that everybody here has the opportunity to do that. So looking forward to some rest, but also working really hard. And then, of course, in the spring, you can catch me on SEC Network in the studio. Me and Amanda get to work some games together at the World Series. Gig 'em. I like that, Eric.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a quick one. TV Tori Vidalis. Things always work out for you. I love it. Thanks for joining us. And the timing is beautiful with this interview. Thank you so much for your time. Hey, it's been such a blast watching you all summer long.
Thank you so much. Go Talons.
Georgina Cork, 1-2-3 inning. All right, back in a moment. Well, we had a combined 6 runs scored in the second inning, but haven't had any runs scored since. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. We got 20 points on the line. Team Kowalik needs to score just 1 run against Kowalik Ricketts, and they will win both the 3rd and the 4th inning. This will be a second time through the lineup for Ricketts. Amanda Lorenz, Kayla Kowalik, Aaron Koffel. And Amanda's swinging a hot bat. That's her 3rd hit of the ball game. Every ball she has hit has been right on the screws.
I'm surprised Ricketts is giving her something this sweet to hit again the first pitch, just like in her last at bat when she hit the home run. 2 pitches just out over the heart of the plate, and Lorenz takes advantage of them.
Kayla Kowalik 1 for 2. Double play ball. Kayla doesn't run well at all right now. And they turn 2, 4, 6, 3. So 2 pitches into our 4th inning, and we've got 2 outs.
She hit that hard, just right at Sydney Romero, again, continuing to stay aggressive against Ricketts. well hit ball, but just right to Romero.
How about a 3-pitch inning?
Okay, we'll bargain 6-pitch inning. Well, wait, let's not get too greedy here, Eric.
One ball, one strike to Erin Koffel. Koffel has 8 stat points today. She was hit with a pitch. It's back in the 2nd inning.
Well, her and Koffel, Ricketts and Koffel are just about tied on the leaderboard, or they were, and then I think Ricketts got an out, so it shuffled up a little bit. But before that last out, they were tied exactly the same for 4th place.
This inning is worth 20.
It's so interesting if Kayla and Erin are separated. Right now, Koffel trying to find her way into that top 4. So a lot will be determined with these inning win points and game win points.
Garcia and Nets are both done for the day. They played earlier today. So we know they're going to have their point totals that are on the screen right now. They're currently 2nd and 3rd, but there is a big pot of points for the winner of this game. It's a plus 70. Beautiful job by Ricketts. Only needs 8 pitches to get to the 4th inning. So another rollover inning. The 5th will be worth 30 points when we come back. The Athletes Unlimited Athlete Causes Program exists in every AU sport, has since 2020. Through the Athlete Causes programs, AU players have donated over $2 million to nonprofits of their choice. The program is designed to allow athletes to support causes they're passionate about and to amplify their voices and support their engagement. It's a fantastic thing. It's been kind of a hallmark of everything that Athletes Unlimited has done for 6 years now. First ball swinging, Sydney Romero bounces out to 3rd. Sydney's 6-game hitting streak is in jeopardy. She's put the ball in play 3 times. Nothing to show for it. Hannah Flippin's 3rd look at Georgina Kowalik.
Think about what just an amazing summer it's been. Really an amazing 2025 for the sport of softball. College softball had a great season overall, but then a record-breaking Women's College World Series, and then the inaugural season of the AUSL. I mean, it just all the momentum and the sellouts and attention that it got. And then the Little League Softball World Series with record viewership too. And then of course, I mean, adding on that what Team USA did in China, winning the World Games and winning the gold. Just feels like, I think we're going to look back at this season and really take 2025 and see it as a turning point in our sport with everything that has happened this year. And I feel like pro softball being at this level with the AUSL, with the investment, the regular season, and having real teams, I mean, it just seems like this year is the year we're going to look back on and remember for a long time.
And I feel really happy for players like Hannah Flippin. Hannah Flippin graduated from Utah way back in, what was it, 2016? And she's been playing pro ball, international ball. She's been keeping her dream alive, keeping the softball and the professional level dream alive for so many years. And now all these eyeballs and this attention, and it's players like Hannah Flippin just really deserves it because she's played in front of 150 people before. She's played on dusty fields in Akron before, you know, and now for the spotlight to be on her, good on her.
I don't think any of these players ever could have imagined that this league it would just turn out the way that it has. And even with AU starting 5 years ago, I mean, the investment into the sport and providing incredible playing experience for the players has been next level. But this summer was on a level even higher than what we had seen in the previous 4 seasons.
Bailey Klingler batting with Flippin on at first base. This is an important inning for both sides. This is a 30-point inning.
Well, and I feel kind of empty thinking that softball is going to be ending after Sunday. I've had some kind of game to watch since February, pretty much. You know, it's turn on the TV or go to the app and think, okay, what kind of, is it going to be a Little League game? Is it going to be pro? Is it going to be college? Like some level type of game that you've seen and been able to watch and follow. But on Sunday, it's kind of like the summer ends. The year ends.
Popped up on the infield. That'd be a home run in a phone booth. Catch is made by Aubrey Leach. Yeah, just to give some perspective of where we've come. Man, I'm not going to give your age, but there was times back when you were playing that games were actually tape delayed. Well, this is what we're talking about. This is a fantastic graphic.
Yeah, the summer of softball, most watched Women's College World Series in history. We had the highest attendance too, I believe. And then the AUSL at Dell Diamond and Round Rock, 6,500 people showed up. Over 1 million people watched the championship game for the Little League Softball World Series. And that game even peaked at 3 million people watching the championship game on ABC. So you see these numbers, and not just the people who are watching on TV, but the people who are showing up regularly. And it's just out of this world momentum that we have going on in our sport right now. And that's why you almost just don't want it to end. Like, it kind of feels like, oh, all this wave is going to end, and then we have to wait until February for it to start back over again.
Yeah, a couple decades ago, you would have high-level games that would be shown on tape delay. The games would be played in February, and they wouldn't air until April sometimes.
No.
Yes. I remember I actually did a game. Angela Tincher was pitching for Virginia Tech, and they played an exhibition game against Team USA, and Tincher threw a no-hitter against Team USA, and no one in the world saw the game because it was on tape delay, and it aired 6 weeks later. Slowly the shortstop, Koffel, not quite in time. Good hustle by Palacios down the line to keep the inning alive.
Well, at that point that it airs, does it just go on ESPN Classic at that point?
Should have been.
Is that where
No, the softball world is like buzzing. Oh my God, did you hear? Tincher threw a no-hitter against Team USA. Oh, I want to see it. Well, wait for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
What a tease.
Yeah. That was a reality. No more. And we're not going back. Into center field, Bubba Nichols-Camarena flies out to Victoria Hayward's side is retired. So 2 runners get aboard, but no one can score. Team Kowalik bats with an inning on the line in a moment. Bottom of the 5th inning, it's a 5-1 lead for Team Kowalik over Team Ricketts. This inning is important. It's a 30-point inning. All Team Kowalik needs to do is score just 1 run, and everyone on their side will get 30 points. Starting to get a bit late. Team Kowalik has won every game so far in Series 3. They're 2-0. Team Ricketts 1 up and 1 down. The captain of Team Ricketts, Kaylani Ricketts, in the circle. She came out of the pen back in inning number 2. Leach bounces it foul off her front leg.
Goodness, it's just such a painful Series 3. It really is. Hoping Brie Ellis is okay after she fell off of her kneecap earlier on.
Leach, Wiz, and Otis batting here in the 5th inning. And again, that got a piece of Leach.
It is that dang drop ball inside. We've just seen that many times in this series. That drop ball inside is going to be the one that does it.
She's armored up. She's got all those pads on her right arm, but nothing on her leg.
Ooh, that was a strike.
High drive, center field. Falby makes the play. It's amazing what an aberration that 2nd inning was.
I know.
We had 6 runs combined score in the 2nd inning. No runs any other frame.
It was like the perfect word for it, too.
Here's the Whiz Kid.
she always has been, since she joined the league too, just one of the more underrated players, like we were talking about, or overlooked, or I don't really, know the perfect word for it, but just somebody that continues to add a lot of value. You can put her a lot of different places defensively. However, she even caught a couple of games for the Bandits. You could put her anywhere on the infield. She's super versatile, has that pop in her bat. She was clutch with a couple of walk-off hits that she had for the Bandits too.
Oh, look at that changeup. Yeah, Wiz is one of those players. I think you need to watch more and more of her to understand her value. Maybe that's what happened to her out of high school. Remember, she went to Loyola Marymount originally and then transferred to UCLA after putting up big-time numbers. But, yeah, she can play, man. She's a wonderful player.
I think a great teammate, too. Someone that adds value off the field or in the dugout, makes people feel really good about themselves.
High down the right field line, foul territory. And the catch is made by Bubba Nichols, Camarena. 2 down. The all-new ESPN app is the best way to watch sports, all of ESPN, all in one place. With live games, live stats, plus you can track your fantasy teams and personalize with your favorite leagues, teams, and players.
I'm going to be watching ESPN app a lot this week with the US Open and college football starting this weekend. My app's going to get plenty of use.
You are a big tennis fan.
Yeah, I like tennis. It's fun. I'm locked in.
I remember last fall you were texting me. You were in Charlotte, North Carolina, just for an exhibition tennis match. That's a long way to go to watch an exhibition. Into center field, Falby tracks it. That's a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Ricketts. Quietly, she is having a really good outing. How about Georgina Court? She's thrown 5 innings, 123 pitches, Amanda.
Yeah, and only given up 1 run in 123 pitches. Has 7 strikeouts, been able to work out of some jams. I mean, this has been a gritty, fightful, I mean, that's not a word, but battle performance for Georgina Kowalik with the way that she has thrown and worked out of some jams. Like, I have to double look at the scorebook or the scoreboard to say, wait, she's only given up 1 run and thrown 123 pitches, but here she is in the 6th inning and she's still going.
7 strikeouts for her tonight. That is the most for any pitcher in this year's All-Star Cup. She's going to face a pinch hitter to begin the 6th inning. Aaliyah Binford will bat. Binford batting for Jordan Roberts. Ooh, okay.
Sneaky.
It'll be Binford followed by Sierra Sacco and Kendra Falby. This is a 40-point inning.
Here's that rise ball again that's been working so well. Been throwing it later in this game to these right-handed hitters, and just a perfect location. Again.
3-pitch strikeout for Cork. That's now 8 strikeouts.
He's getting these right-handed hitters to chase this pitch consistently, and it's that one that moves not only up, but a little bit in, too. It ends up at the right-handed batter's right shoulder. Great location.
First pitch to Sacco, zips inside. Sacco, no luck at all against Cork. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Second inning, Cork really labored. She only gave up 1 run, but stranded the bases loaded. She gave up 2 singles, a double. She walked a batter. But since then, it's been smooth sailing.
Team Ricketts has left 8 on base. And same story for Team Kowalik's offense and the fact that they have not scored since the 2nd inning. The same thing happened to them last night. Let Team Coffee kind of claw back into things. Ended up coming away with that one-run win. Post pitch there did not get the call.
1-out walk allowed to Sacco. Let's check in with Savannah.
Well, when things start to look easier for Georgina Kowalik, it's when she's painting or creating what she calls a mosaic when it comes to pitching. It's shifting the pitches that she has with new perspectives, and a great catcher helps her create openings, do things that hitters maybe don't see coming. And that's when outs start to feel easy. So you think back to that 40-pitch inning and how things lately have started to feel a little bit easier for Georgina Kowalik, and it's when she's dialed into that zone of creating a mosaic with her pitches.
Well, something that was not easy at all, Eric, is this unbelievable stop by Aubrey Leach. This throw is not anywhere near where it needed to be, and Aubrey Leach trying to keep her foot on the bag and go to a backhand to be able to catch that throw that's low like that. She made that out unbelievably. She saved an error here and got an out.
And that was the play to make. Yeah, you need to get that lead runner. Keeping the foot down on the bag while going low and scooping that throw off the turf. That's impressive. 2 outs. Runner on at first base is Falby. Falby has stolen a base today. That's a possibility. Steals are +10. This would be a stealing situation in my eyes.
Well, you made a good point when how you talked about that she needed to make that throw to second base. She only needed it, in my opinion, because points are on the line, right? If this is a normal game and a 4-run lead, I think you just go ahead and take that out at first base. But just essential with how many scoreless innings that we've had. There's been 3 in a row. That
if this was a May game between Florida State and Ole Miss, yes, Jesse Warren probably throws to first base if it's a 5-1 game late.
Now you keep that runner out of scoring position.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Paige Sinicki's the batter. This is the 4th time through the lineup for Kowalik. Right back to Kowalik, and that'll do it. The side is retired. Another 0 put up on the board by Gina Kowalik and Team Kowalik.
Their defense and Kowalik, a lot of confidence to settle into this game, and she's still going. I wonder if Kowalik will throw in the 7th inning. Can't wait to find out.
We've got Montana Fouts coming into the game for Team Ricketts. So Kaylani takes herself out of the game. Kaylani did herself a big-time solid by pitching as well as she did. Kaylani is currently 3rd on the leaderboard with 880 points. If her team can win, that'd be a 70-point bump. Ricketts would be a captain next week, but this game is still yet to be decided. Fouts needs to get 3 outs here. Michaela Edenfield's going to bat. Coming off the bench, Edenfield's batting for Alicia Ocasio. First-year player out of Lonnie Alameda's Florida State Seminole program. Softly to 3rd, Paige Sinicki. Oh, did it go off Edenfield?
Yes.
It did. The bat went flying, too. Out the back, way over there.
Not sure. Oh, I think they're saying it didn't go off of her.
Okay, yeah, so it's out number 1, 5-3. All right, so back-to-back Seminoles batting here. This is Jessie Warren. Jessie's been aboard twice. She singled and reached on an error.
Just so many points riding at the end of this game. It's a 5-1 game, but it just is a lot closer when you think of the inning points at stake and the game win points at stake too.
Deep in the hole, good luck. Infield base hit for Jessie Warren. She earned that one. She was busting it down the line.
What a beautiful play still by Hannah Flippen. I know that that's an infield single. Points for Jessie Warren, yeah, okay, but Hannah Flippen, how about the backhand play that she goes down to her knee, gets up quickly to make that throw to first base, trying to bounce it to Bailey Klingler. It's what she's trying to do, and ended up taking 2 bounces, though, to get to her. An effort.
On the ground, Victoria Hayward. The out is at 2nd. Vic gets down the line to stay out of the double play. So a runner on at first with 2 outs. Jessie Warren goes to the dugout. Oh, by the way, Jessie Warren with that single plus 10, she moves from 29th on the leaderboard to 25th on the leaderboard. Picked up 4 spots with an infield single.
Well, and in Series 3, she had already been up 33 spots entering the games today. So it's been a big jump for Jessie Warren.
Jessie's now 9 for 16. She's got to be picked in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Having a great All-Star Cup. Amanda Lorenz has not been retired. She will get MVP votes after this one. She's 3 for 3, 2 line drive singles, and a homer. She was last year's champion. Amanda currently 13th on the leaderboard. Here's a live look at that leaderboard. It's fluid at all times. We've got 40 points on the line and the 70 points to win the game. If Team Ricketts never scores again, all those inning wins points are going to go to Team Kowalik.
Well, Eric, I'm thinking how critical this is. Not, we know that Kayla Kowalik is going to be a captain in Series 4. That's done. But how critical this game is, and these inning win points and game win points, is for her run to win this whole thing. It's not just about being a captain for her in Series 4, but how important it is to be able to extend her lead and raise her total points to be able to try to win this thing.
She's really got to look out for Rachel Garcia. Garcia's going to be a captain unless something bizarre happens. And Garcia can pick when she wants to pitch. To left field. Stays up long enough for Sacco to run underneath it. And the side is retired. Okay, we're going to go to the 7th inning. Final opportunity for Team Ricketts to do something. Very 5-1 game. This is a super tense 5-1 game as we play the 7th inning. Team Ricketts, even if they don't win the game, that's plus 70. Even if they don't win, 40 points is a massive infusion of points, and that's what's on the line. Team Ricketts needs to score a run and then keep Kowalik off the board, and they will pick up 40 points. They can still lose the game, but still get basically the equivalent of a home run, which is 40 points. We're thinking leaderboard as we head to Series 4. You want to be in the top 4 and be a captain and control your own destiny about who's on your team, about when you play, about where you play in the lineup. Right now, Kowalik leads things on the leaderboard. Rachel Garcia's 2, Kaylani Ricketts is 3, and Devin Netz is 4. But there's a strong possibility that Erin Koffel's going to jump in the top 4.
How about Georgina Kowalik is still pitching into the 7th inning? They're in 140 pitches. And that, you know, the most fascinating decision part of this is the fact that Kayla Kowalik, the captain who's calling all the shots, is her catcher. So she is seeing firsthand how Kowalik is still throwing, still getting out, still sharp. Or if she wasn't, Kayla Kowalik would make a pitching change. But that's how much she believes in Georgina Kowalik and what she's seen every time that she receives 142 pitches.
Kowalik has moved up 7 spots on the leaderboard today. She's currently 38th. Sydney Romero's 6-game hitting streak is on the line. She is 0 for 3. She's bounced out to short and bounced out to third twice. Kowalik has thrown 143 pitches. I'll tell you one thing, she'll be brushing her teeth with her left hand tonight. Great start to the 7th inning for Sydney Romero. She is nails. That's a 7-game hitting streak for Sydney.
Needed that. This is going to be tough work for Kowalik, and I just really wonder if Kayla Kowalik is thinking about making a pitching change here. She has Vodder, who's thrown well, and Sam Landry. Vodder, I think, would be a good choice. She's thrown very well.
6 of the 7 hits for Team Ricketts have come with 2 strikes. That's a kick in the pants if you're Georgina Kowalik. You go so far and just can't finish them off. In essence, Team Ricketts kind of playing for 1 run. You'd love to win the game. You'd love to explode for 5 runs this inning, but realistically, to just one run would be a world of difference for everyone.
It gives you a bump, and it keeps 40 points away from everybody on the other team, too.
Flip. 1 for 2 with a walk.
Casio, another option for Kowalik that she could go to, but just still relying on Georgina Kowalik, who could go back and see when's the last time that she threw 150 pitches in a game.
Can you notice any difference in her stuff here in the 7th inning?
She looks exactly the same. She looks so effortless always when she pitches too.
Called strike 3. That is a season high 9 strikeouts.
Paint the outside corner. Savannah talked about how she just paints each quadrant, different pitch, different speeds, different looks. Hits her with the curveball.
Here's Bailey Klingler, likes to swing early in the count. Klingler so far today, 1 for 3. She's popped to second twice.
It's one of my new favorite sweatshirts over there in the third base coach's box. That gray one with the AUSL on it. It's a good looking sweatshirt, Eric.
High drive, left field, playable for Lorenz. 2 down.
There's absolutely no wind anymore, by the way. It is completely turned off. Somebody flipped the switch, turned it off, and it's not with us anymore.
So Kowalik trying to go the distance. 6 2/3. She scattered those 7 hits, just 1 earned run. And 9 strikeouts. That's most for any pitcher in an All-Star Cup game this year. Pitch number 152. Make it 153. I think if everything we have right now stays the same, it's going to be Kowalik, Garcia, Hoffel, and Ricketts as your 4 captains.
Who's going to get MVP in this game?
It's got to be Amanda Lorenz. Oh, geez, you go Lorenz or you go Kowalik? You're right.
I think maybe Kowalik.
Lorenz goes 3 for 4 with a homer. Yeah, you're right. Kowalik, 7 innings.
We talked about just what makes her so special and why she was the AUSL Pitcher of the Year. She's able to go deep into games. Remember, we were talking about giving a quality start back in the second. Did not look like at that point, a 40-pitch second inning, that she was going to make it to this point in the game. I wouldn't have believed you if you would have told me in that second inning when she threw 40 pitches, literally in 1 inning, that she'd be still throwing in the 7th inning.
3 balls and 2 strikes. On the ground, Leach. Ball game. A complete game masterpiece by Georgina Kowalik and Team Kowalik. They sweep their way through Series 3.
The gutsy performance by Georgina Kowalik. Really fought through some stuff early in this game. Kayla Kowalik believed in her to keep her in the game, to throw the complete game. She's the one that Kayla Kowalik won in the circle with the 7th inning with all those points on the line, and she came through for Team Kowalik. And I'm sure they're bummed. This is the last time that they'll play together because they'll be dispersed on all different teams for the draft tomorrow and finish out Series 4 to see who we have as a winner.
Well, we're going to stay on that leaderboard because there's going to be a big-time change. You're going to see Koffel, who's in the 5-hole. She is going to bump up 110 points for winning the final 4 innings. That's 40 points, and winning the game, which is a plus 70. So everyone on Team Kowalik, because of this performance here, is going to get a 110-point bump even before we factor in the MVPs.
As an Otis will jump as well.
Yep. Amanda Lorenz is just outside that top 10, and she's not going to get just a 110-point bump. She's going to get one of the MVPs, either MVP 1, which is plus 60, or MVP 2, which is plus 40. But we're not going to find that while we're still on the air. It takes a couple of minutes after the game. Hey, there's your bump. So the win points have been added in, and Ricketts stays in the top 4, but just barely. She's 12 points ahead of Devin Netz, but look at Erin Koffel. She is in the 2-hole, trailing only her bestie, Kayla Kowalik.
It's a big hug with close friends there with Amanda Lorenz, Victoria Hayward, maybe playing their last game together, as they might be on different teams because Victoria Hayward is retiring.
Lorenz currently in the 9th spot, 760 points. If she's MVP 1, add 60 to that, and she'd be in 6th place with 820 points. So she is definitely in play come Series 4.
Goodness. That's a defending champ right there, and Amanda Lorenz trying to work her way back up for Series 4.
And she missed Series 2.
Yes.
Shows you how good she has been. Well, Amanda, it's been a ton of fun hanging out with you for the last couple of nights. Sure enjoyed it.
That was awesome. What just an incredible summer. I'm so glad that I got to end it with you. And I'll be watching Series 4 this weekend. I got to know who wins first place. I got to know who gets top 4 here.
Folks, we're heading out, but there will be able bodies in the chair for Series 4, AUSL All-Star Cup. It will continue on Friday with a doubleheader, and then a doubleheader Saturday, and a doubleheader on Sunday to crown a champion. Man, that was fun. Final score is 5-1 on a Tuesday evening here in Chicago. Be sure to join us on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, ESPNU for the final game of the 2025 All-Star Cup as we crown a champion. For Amanda Scarborough, for Savannah Collins, I'm Eric Collins saying good night, everybody. Thank you for watching from Rosemont.